I was wondering, Chris, if you might find the time to help Hannah Mae brush up on her math.
I take the bus here.
So do I.
Yeah? Well, my whole trip is uphill.
She has this act. Just because she's poor and lives in a crummy section of town.
Got some problems. Might have a chance to help her out some.
I don't think he wants me snooping around this file cabinet.
Why do you say that?
It had this year's test in it.
How would you like to find yourself in need of surgery and find the fellow that's holding the knife cheated his way into medical school?
One of my teachers told us that all men are created equal. I wasn't so sure about that, so I asked Grandpa. He said it's true, but that the starting lines all filled up.
Grandpa, why does the bathwater go around and around in a circle when it goes down the drain?
I don't know, honey. It's always been a mystery to me. Maybe it has a good idea of where it's going to wind up, and it doesn't want to get there. Your hair looks beautiful as well.
Well, David says that in Australia, the water goes around in the opposite direction.
Sure, Australia's down under.
Then how do they keep the water in the tub in the first place, smarty pants?
Good morning.
Good morning. Water is not my favorite subject today. Gus, I suppose you can do something about the pipes upstairs. They rattle and spewed all night long.
It's on my list, hon. I'll fix it. Just a little pressure buildup.
Okay.
Now, have you got a hot date?
No, but I'm in a hurry.
What's up?
Well, I'm supposed to meet Mr. D'Angelo before class.
Oh, Chris is in trouble.
No such luck, kiddo. Mom, he's a counselor that I helped out on career day, remember?
Oh, sure. Sure, the fellow with the bow tie.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with him?
I don't really know.
Well, you got to eat more than that.
What? This is all I need. They have vending machines. Bye.
Honey, they don't have good food and vending machines.
Mom, which way is the water going? That way or that way?
It's not going either way. It's sitting real still. Gus, you better put this on the list.
Okay, no problem. No problem. I get my friend Kaplan. We'll fix it.
So I think the Rossfield Scholarship is your best bet. Good morning, Chris.
Hi.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, that's all right. I was looking at all the college guides.
Hannah Mae, this is Chris Witherspoon.
Hi.
I think she can be a big help in this.
How's it going?
Fine.
Listen, you want to get me out of the shade, you ought to call me Smokey.
Smokey. I like that.
Yeah, well, Hannah Mae. I mean, can you blame me?
Chris, Hannah Mae is transferred to us from out of state. She'll be in our honors program.
Oh. Well, then you'll be in some of the same classes as me.
Oh, that's okay by me. Just take a lot of notes, would you?
And whereas you've set your sights on the Air Force Academy, Hannah Mae has decided to pursue a career in medicine.
Surgery. Go for the big bucks.
Yeah, it takes pretty big bucks to get that far.
Well, now you know my problem. Ask beggars for loans.
I've recommended that Hannah Mae gear up for the Rossfield competition. That's a full pre-med scholarship.
That sounds great to me. But I'm not sure why you need me here.
Numbers.
Numbers.
Never took to them.
There's a weakness in Hannah Mae's educational background in the area of mathematics. One of your strong suits, Chris.
I figure you're going to be a surgeon. You ought to learn to cipher 6 figures real quick.
Chris, I thought you might be able to find time to help Hannah Mae brush up on her math.
Well, look, that's really flattering, but I'm worried, though, about some physics projects coming
Well, I'll
up.
ask Mr. Sears to allow you some leeway there.
What do you say?
Oh, come on. I'll pay you back someday. Give you a free tuck and lift.
Now, Gus, you think you got the right wrench there?
I got the right wrench, Joe.
Why don't I go out in the garage and see if there's a bigger one?
This is the right wrench.
All right.
Just these old pipes are stuck together. Hand me the bowl.
Here.
All right. Here we go.
Gus, it's not draining.
I see that, Joe. I see that.
Well, what are you going to do?
Stock it with trout.
So, you're like a trustee around here.
A what?
You know, like in the pokey. I mean, you're in and out of offices, and D'Angelo's putting in the fix with your physics teacher. Sounds to me like you're the lead puzzle.
Well, I help out sometimes, but a lot of kids do.
Oh, yeah? Not where I'm from.
Oh, and where's that?
Arkansas originally, then Oklahoma. Now out in the Tules.
Where?
About a cornfield and 2 swamps past the tracks. I take the bus here.
So do I.
Yeah? Well, my whole trip is uphill. Listen, how do you want to work this tutoring thing? Let's avoid my place.
Fine. Come to my house then.
Sounds like hog heaven.
So, now what are you going to do?
You tell me. You're the plumbing expert.
Plumbing expert? What gave you that idea?
Well, then you tell me you were handy with plumbing.
I said I once owned a lot of pipes. Meerschaum and corncob and so forth when I was still smoking. So what are you going to do about stopping the knocking in your pipes?
Well, if you'll hand me that wrench, and if it's all right with you, I'll turn the water off first.
It's all right with me. I don't know anything about plumbing. No, no.
There we go.
Hey, what's the... What would a plumber do about that? Gus.
Don't you spoil your dinner now.
I won't. I have to get some energy for my tutoring session. Grandpa, what are we going to do about that sink?
I got a plumber coming, honey.
If you've got time to tutor somebody?
Yeah, and it's only for a few weeks. Boy, Mom, you would not believe this girl.
Come.
Well, I know she's really smart. She's gotten straight A's in everything except math since she was 2. For one thing, the clothes she wears, they're really out of it.
You and your pals started the dress code, have you?
No, it's not just that. Well, for one thing, she has this act. Just because she's poor and lives in the crummy section of town.
Well, if she's got some problems, you might have a chance to help her out some.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hey, guys. You want a cold drink?
Yeah, could you get me a glass?
Don't you just spoil your dinner now.
We won't.
David? Mm-hmm. How's your report on Egypt coming?
If I was in charge of the pyramids, they'd still be building.
I'll help you if you want, David.
Thanks, Corporal. What do you know about Egypt?
Probably a lot.
You think so, huh? How come?
Well, because I probably know things I don't even know I know.
Excuse me.
Because I'm gifted. He gave us these tests last week. IQ tests.
IQ?
Well, probably. Anyway, they were really cinchy. Mostly just drew lines and mazes and picked out shapes and stuff.
And you think you did pretty well, huh?
I know I did. Gretchen Wells saw the scores. Next to mine said gifted. She told me.
Oh, great. Chris is tutoring geniuses, and now Molly's an Einstein.
So, you're gifted, huh?
Yeah, my name was at the top of the list.
That's Smokey. I'll get it.
Good luck out there. Listen, you two. I want to hear some quiet around this house tonight. You give Chris a break.
I thought I'd settle down with a good book.
I don't know if I can take this.
Why don't you just change all the fractions to decimals? I think it'd be easier that way.
Oh, you could, yeah. Oh, you pick up fast.
Well, you just got a way of laying them down that makes them easy to grab.
Hi there. Who's thirsty?
We are. Mom, Grandpa, I want you to meet Hannah Mae Dawson, a.k.a. Smokey.
Hi, Smokey. Hi. Chris says you're from out of town.
Yeah, we got real tired of Arkansas, so we thought we'd try our luck out here. This is a nice house you got here, Mr. Witherspoon. It's nice and big. Plenty of places to hide. Someone wanted to.
Nobody here wants to hide. How's your math coming?
Well, it's pretty tough, but we're chipping away at it.
We're having dinner in about half an hour. Will you join us?
No, ma'am. My mom's got dinner waiting for me at home.
All righty. Well, then, when you're all done, Cass can give you a ride home.
Oh, save your gas. I can hitch it.
I bet you can. We'll give you a ride anyway, honey.
Yeah, Smokey, just let my grandfather take you. And I'll go with you.
Okay.
Good. Well, me and Chris will see you to the door.
Yeah, I'm a big girl. I can do it.
I know it, but we'll see you to the door anyway.
Got it.
Smokey, is that you? I've been worried, sugar. Oh, my. You must be the Witherspoons. Or Smokey told me all about the help she's getting. Come on in.
Gus Witherspoon, my granddaughter Chrissy, and appreciate the invite, but we're going on home.
Nonsense. You're Smokey's first new friends. Let him get to know you just a little.
Mama, that room looks like it's been hit by a twister again.
Sugar, don't talk to me like that in front of company.
Have you eaten today? Thank you for the ride. Thank you very much for the first lesson.
Well, tell me all about the scholarship contest, Chris. Are you trying?
Mama, these people want to get going. Can you please leave them be?
Smokey, I am trying to entertain you. I want to hear all about the contest.
Mama!
Mrs. Dawson, I still have some homework I have to do. We better be getting back. See you tomorrow at school, Smokey.
Grandpa, the water stopped running.
Plumber turned it off, honey.
Well, I don't care. I mean, I'm all ready, but everyone else is screaming.
Back.
Hey, Grandpa.
I know. Water's off.
No, it's okay by me. But you should see Chris. She's got her hair all soaked up.
Well, just fix your breakfast. It'll all work out. Besides, you're all running a little late.
Well, Grandpa, I mean, couldn't the man turn it back on? I mean, just until everyone's...
Honey, the man works by the hour, and I'm not going to interrupt him just because you people can't finish in the bathroom by 7:30.
Gus, are you aware that the water in the... Of course you're aware, though. What's the matter with me? Never mind.
Huh, does everyone here know what a mollusk is?
I do.
Just checking.
Are we going to start it today with a pop quiz?
It'd be fun.
Guess again.
Well, I better be going. We got a spelling test today, and I can't wait.
Molly,
Yeah?
good luck with your test.
Thanks, but I don't think luck has much to do with it.
Wow. How's it going there, Brando?
Pretty good. Did you find out what's wrong with our plumbing?
Yep. Same thing that's wrong with the rest of the world.
What's that?
Too much pressure.
Can you fix it?
Only the plumbing.
Sure get started early.
Well, I've learned a lot can pass you by when you get a late start.
Well, be senior.
So long. Oh, by the way, leave a few pretty ones for the rest of the guys, okay?
Hi, Vicky.
Hey.
Listen, was Smokey Dawson in your third period study class?
You mean Ma Kettle?
You wouldn't tease her if you knew her.
Give me a break. She's a character. Anyway, no, she wasn't in PE either.
Hey, Witherspoon. Kind of tough to stay away from a garden spot like this, ain't it?
Are you okay?
I mean, you weren't in school. Well, you weren't sick or anything. I bought a math book.
Come on in.
Smokey, what's wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. You really need this, don't you?
It's okay. Just tell me what happened.
Oh, well, as usual, my mom and I were up fighting last night, then making up and fighting some more.
Where is she now?
Do you believe she's out looking for a job? She looks worse than I do today. She don't even have a prayer.
Well, what were you two fighting about?
She just won't take care of herself anymore. Stays up all night, sleeps the day away. She was drinking again yesterday, in case you didn't notice.
Smokey, your mom seems really unhappy.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. See, my dad split about a year ago. Left us in Arkansas. And, we went and chased him all the way through Oklahoma. It was stupid, because he didn't need us around. He didn't want us. So then we moved to sunny California. And everything was supposed to be just peachy.
So far, it's not.
She doesn't need me going after a scholarship. See, she needs me looking for a job.
No, Smokey. Don't you see? This is the way I have this place for both of you.
She needs me in this house, tending her, and that's all she needs.
Being your mother's babysitter doesn't solve anything.
Oh, really? How do you know? Your mom brings you iced tea at night. Well, my mom can't do that, see? All my mom does is cry. It don't really matter anyway, because I'm not going to do well enough on that scholarship test. Make it into the 3rd grade.
Oh, so you just give up? Without even looking at the exam file?
What?
Mr. D'Angelo keeps a file with all his old exams in his office for the students to look at. Won't you give it that much of a chance? For your mom and yourself?
Boy, you get on a scent and you're tough to stop. What's to lose?
Hey,
Hi there, Clint. How's your day?
you're still at it, huh?
Yeah, one thing leads to another.
Yeah, well, let me know when you're gonna give my grandpa the bill. I want to be next door.
Ooh, thanks for the warning. Maybe I better mail it to him, huh? Can you hand me those pliers right there? Thanks. So, what did you learn in the world today?
Nothing much. A long time ago, we made a really good deal in Alaska.
Alaska? Ooh, now that's a place.
You've been there?
Yeah, I worked on the oil pipeline. I hung around a while, did some climbing.
Mountain climbing?
There were a few of them there, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, I better get to work. I've got an essay that's already a week overdue.
Oops.
Hey, you've never been to Egypt, have you?
Nah, missed Egypt.
Too bad.
Been to New Guinea, though. Know where that is?
Yeah, sort of.
Place is loaded with headhunters.
Headhunters? You've seen real cannibals?
You know, Redford, sometimes I think I've seen it all.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, the water's gone. Where'd they put the sink?
It's on the back patio. They had to take it clear out.
Guess we're about to run out of dishes.
No, I got some. But I tell you, this job is turning into a real nightmare.
Hi, Candy Face. How's school?
Easy. And I got extra credit for helping Mrs. Vandermeulen with science posters.
Well, good for you.
What's this you got here?
My spelling test.
2 stars and a smiling face? Is that good?
Grandpa, that means it's perfect. And I even had some contraptions.
Wouldn't. I guess that's a contraption.
Yes.
Thanks, Mom. This is great. I don't care if we ever get to sing.
You will care when you start paying for this kind of stuff.
You know what Jack said?
No.
He said that in Asia, monkey brains are a real delicacy.
Said that, huh?
David, don't be gross. We're trying to eat here.
Who's Jack? The plumber. He's seen it all.
Want a fortune? One, just one.
Grandpa, he has. Did you know that if you're being charged by a rhino, you should stand still? Because they're so blind, they'll probably miss you anyway.
Oh, my goodness. And to think I would have tried to run away. Silly me. What time is Smokey coming over?
She's not. She has to stay home for a while, so we're gonna meet tomorrow before class.
Christy, I'll give her some of this if you give me some of that.
Sure.
I am so proud of you for helping her out like this.
Well, she deserves a chance. Besides, I like her.
Oh, it's getting cold out here.
I can't eat that. It's got sugar in it. What's that other stuff?
You know what? Right. Jack said that you should treat frostbite with cold water.
Okay.
Or snow if you don't have any water.
It is full of Jack. Do you know anything at all about plumbing? I mean, that's why we called him in here, right?
Yeah, sure.
Good.
Mom, can I be excused? I got a lot of homework, and after that, I'm going to hit the sack.
What's going on with you?
Nothing. I just want to get an early start tomorrow, before a lot of things have a chance to pass me by.
Okay.
I know, but that's not what I want to do, and neither does Margaret. Yeah, but it's a cartoon movie, and I don't like cartoons anymore. Yeah, well, you know, Margaret's gifted too. You're gonna have to start liking other things if we're all gonna be friends. I don't know yet, but it's not going to be a cartoon movie. Okay, bye.
Well, here's the Ross Field Scholarship Test from 3 years ago. And it's terrific. Only about half the questions are math.
Well, it's fun last year's test. They change these things a lot.
Chris, I don't think it's going to help any.
Smokey, go check in that file cabinet.
You want me to go snooping around in Mr. D'Angelo's file cabinets?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all right. That's where he keeps all this stuff.
Besides, it's open to students.
Oh, it's not that file cabinet. It's the other one.
Yeah, I just found that out. I don't think he wants me snooping around this file cabinet.
Why do you say that?
Well, it had this year's test in it.
Oh, well, come on. Let's just study these.
Chris, I want you to look at that test. I mean, really look at it and tell me that I'm going to learn enough in the time I've got to come within 4 miles of passing.
Smokey, that's not fair.
Okay. Okay. I tried. Guess I'm just chasing down the wrong road. I got problems of my own to tend to. I guess that's what matters.
I forgot something back at my locker. Better go get it.
Chris, are you...
Back in 5 minutes, okay?
Hi, how you doing?
Hello, Chris.
Hi.
How's that tutoring coming along?
Oh, fine.
Keep up the good work.
Mr. D'Angelo?
What is it?
I was wondering if we'll be getting the Academy's catalog soon.
Oh, I suspect I will, Chris. They're starting to pour in. Just 1 minute there. Give me that.
Young lady, what do you think you've done? You've jeopardized your entire future education. I want you to explain to me right now what you were doing in that file cabinet. Come on, speak up. I want to know. Why were you looking at this exam?
Well, young man, how's it going?
Slow, real slow.
I know. You know, I think if you spend more time working at this and less time talking to that kid, it'd go along a lot quicker. What do you think?
Well, my talking to the boy's not the problem. The house is. It's old. So's the plumbing.
Now, let's wind this up, okay? Stop the foolishness and wind this up. Why tonight?
Gus, I wouldn't push him too far.
What are you talking about?
Well, you remember Crimshaw's roof?
What about it?
Well, he had a leak. He called the roofer. He got him all upset.
So?
So, now he's got a whole bunch of leaks.
That's his problem, Joe. It's
Gus.
not mine.
Hey, where were you? I waited out in front of school for you. Molly, if I have to walk you home, Molly, I asked you a question.
Just leave me alone, okay?
What did I do?
Nothing.
Then what?
How would you feel if one of your best friends told you you were gifted?
Oh, no. Here we go with the genius stuff again.
And then you found out that she lied.
I didn't know teachers were supposed to use words like that. I mean, that man was downright possessed.
Well, what's he going to do to you?
Who knows? I'll tell you one thing. I can forget about that scholarship test, that's for sure.
Smokey, tomorrow I'm going to tell him it was my idea.
Well, this go twice as crazy.
Smokey, I got to tell him that. It was my fault. I left you in there.
You mean you left me there on purpose?
You know I did.
Doesn't sound like the Chris Witherspoon I know.
Cool it, Smokey. I'm going to tell him. You can't take all the blame.
You do, and you can kiss the Air Force Academy goodbye. You know, that man's got some saying that, you know. Listen, you better think about what's at stake. Don't be such a chump.
So what'd you do after that?
Well, I hopped the next freighter out of there. Learned to live a lot longer when you don't mess in other people's politics.
I can't believe how lucky you are. Jumping from country to country. I wish I could do that.
Well, you get a little older, what's to stop you? I mean, you could visit Egypt instead of writing about it.
That remind me. And my friend Fred, he's doing his report on Australia. I wish I was. It's not so old.
Well, Australia's not bad. Want to see some primitive country? Head into the outback.
The what?
It's the desert. See, they got tribes of aborigines there that have lived there.
Aborigines, they teach you your plumbing? I found this wrench in the bush. David, go on in the house and leave this fellow to his work, will you, please?
Well, he's not getting in the way at all.
Come on, David, beat it. You heard what I said. I guess there's no chance you're going to finish this today, huh?
Oh, well, you know, like I said, it is a big job.
Well, it wouldn't be for a plumber. You know my friend Walt Brown?
No.
He knows you. Said you started a job for him a month ago, never did finish it. Does that ring a bell? Said you were a great storyteller, but a lousy plumber. Said he wound up paying you something like $40 an hour just to hear your little
Look, mister,
travel.
I don't need to put up with this, all right?
I'm not even surprised.
I don't need this job. You can keep it.
Okay. How about the wrench? Can I keep that? Good day, sir.
What are you doing?
Giving these back to David.
You mean you've satisfied your thirst for knowledge?
You talked to him, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Want to talk about it?
What's to talk about?
We could talk about how you feel.
About what?
About not being in the gifted class, Mom.
I feel stupid.
Oh, honey, you're not stupid at all. My goodness gracious. Just because you're not in the gifted class does not mean you're not very, very, very intelligent.
That's not what I mean.
Come sit.
I mean I feel stupid because I went around bragging about how smart I was. And all because Gretchen had to lie about me being on that list.
Why do you suppose she did that?
She was afraid I wouldn't like her anymore.
You're going to have to explain that to me.
When she found out that she was selected for the gifted class, she was afraid I wouldn't like her anymore because she was so much smarter.
And do you?
Do I what?
Oh, Molly, it's like pulling teeth out of you. Do you want to hang around with her?
Well, of course.
It's kind of nice.
What is?
But you don't blame her for what she did.
Well, are you kidding? I mean, she's still my friend.
See what a smart girl you are.
I just never want to speak to her again.
What do you mean you cheated?
I left the room so Smokey could look at the scholarship exam.
That's not cheating, that's leaving.
That's what I thought when I did it. But then when I tried to keep the counselor away...
What?
I tried to keep the counselor from going into his office while Smokey looked at the test.
Did it work?
No, she got caught anyway.
Wow, are you in trouble?
Yeah, and I don't know what I should do about it.
Maybe you should talk to Mom about it. Or Grandpa.
You know what he's gonna say, don't you?
I think you pretty well got to confess. You got just as much blame coming as your pal.
I'm not sure that's entirely true. Chris was trying to help her friend. As far as I'm concerned, that counts for something.
It don't count with me.
Grandpa, it isn't fair. Smokey could win that scholarship by a mile if she just had a normal chance to study.
Put it this way. How would you like to find yourself in need of surgery, be wheeled in, and find the fellow that's holding the knife cheated his way into medical school?
She's not cheating her way into med school. She's trying to get the money so she can go to college. It's not the same thing.
It is to me. You keep talking about wanting to go to the Air Force Academy. You remember that envelope they sent you full of stuff?
Yes.
Was there something in there about an honor code?
Yes.
Remember what it said?
We will not lie, cheat, or steal. Nor tolerate among us anyone who does.
Look, Mr. Jackson, the faucet is old. I can't help it if it keeps leaking. Well, if that's the way you want it, fine. I don't need this job either.
Hi.
Hi, Sly. Shouldn't you be in school?
Actually, I'm heading there. Coming along.
Yeah.
Your dad's a plumber?
Was.
He taught you?
He tried.
You're lucky.
Keep telling me that. So, you need some plumbing repairs, or is this a social call?
Social, I guess.
I tell my best stories when I'm working. Just ask your grandfather.
Look, just wanted to say that I'm sorry if my hanging around you kept you from doing your job.
Oh, don't worry about it. So, how's Egypt?
I finished it. Actually, I think it turned out pretty interesting. I think that's what I came to tell you.
That Egypt interesting. Thanks.
No. That I finished my essay. I don't know. At first, it was easier just to keep avoiding it. And then I just concentrated, and it got more interesting. And then I was done.
Wow, wouldn't it be nice if we could all just stay in school and write essays, huh?
Look, I'm sorry.
Hi.
Chris,
Mr. D'Angelo, could I see you for a minute?
of course. Come in. Sit down.
Mr. D'Angelo, it was my fault that Smokey, Hannah Mae Dawson, was looking at the scholarship exam.
Hold on here. Tell me what this is about, Chris.
I brought Smokey into this office to look at a copy of last year's exam.
There's nothing out of the ordinary there, Chris. I admire your purpose in telling me, but showing someone an old test and that someone stealing a look at the pending exam are entirely different matters.
I knew the test was in the file. And when she saw last year, she was so upset. So I left the room. I knew she had to see the test. I mean, I practically forced her to look at it. And then I tried to stop you by talking to you before you could catch her.
This is all coming very clear to me, Chris. I'm afraid I owe you an apology. Knowing you were a good student and a concerned individual, I'm afraid I put you in a position where a less scrupulous student could use you. I'm sorry.
Mr. D'Angelo, that is not what happened at all.
Chris, I suspected from her first arrival that Hannah Mae was not honors material. By using your good nature against us, she's merely justified my suspicion.
So, how's it feel not being gifted anymore?
I'm gifted. I'm just not in the gifted class.
Right.
Mom says I'm just not that kind of gifted. But I'm glad. It was a lot of work.
Work? Being gifted was work?
Brain work. But today, Sarah and I mixed all our colors of clay together. And we just made sculptures. It was the most fun I had all week.
Oh, I don't think Grandpa's gonna like this.
Hi there, Valentino. Your grandfather home?
Well, yeah, probably, but... You know, I think he was gonna finish all the plumbing himself.
Well, think you could scare him up for me?
Okay, whatever you say.
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, if I could, I'd like to apologize for something I said that wasn't exactly true.
Really? What was it, the safari, the ski jumping, or was it the life with the Aborigines? And speak up, will you? I want my grandson to hear this.
All that I told the boy was true. I've been a lot of places and done a lot of things. What I wasn't telling the truth about was that I didn't need this job. I do.
You know, I'd almost bet on that.
Yeah, it's a problem I haven't quite licked yet, but one I'm going to concentrate on. My father called it a lack of purpose.
Sounds like a smart man.
And a good plumber. And it's about time to see if I can't follow in his footsteps.
Well, get your tools. Let's see what you can do. Only work fast, will you? I'm not going to pay you any overtime.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Go on, give him a hand. But work.
Chris?
Hi. Look, I'm sorry I'm late, but I was at Smokey's house and they don't have a phone.
That's all right. Come on in.
Did you talk to Mr. D'Angelo?
Yes.
Well, honey, what happened? What did he say?
Nothing. Well, nothing happened to me, at least. Me, he wants to give a medal.
What are you talking about?
He's convinced that Smokey was using me, that she's some kind of con artist or something. So he pats me on the head and he's getting her expelled.
She's being expelled?
Mom, that's why I was at her house for so long. She's convinced her mother to move back to some valley in Arkansas where they can both get jobs, and it's not right.
Excuse me.
Mr. Witherspoon, come in, please.
Thank you.
Good morning, Chris. Please sit down.
No, it's okay. I tell you, we'll just stand.
Of course. What can I do for you?
Well, my granddaughter tells me that she's confessed to you, you know, her part in this little business with her pal Smokey.
Yes, she was quite forthright. I'm just sorry that...
She also tells me that you didn't do very much about it. Nothing to her, as a matter of fact.
Well, no, it was quite obvious where the blame lay.
It's funny, because what I see here are two bright young girls who both made a mistake. And only one of them's paying the price.
Only one of them was caught going through my files.
Maybe so. But I'm going to ask you something. Didn't you decide to punish her maybe because, maybe she didn't quite measure up, didn't quite fit the mold? Maybe you didn't like what she was wearing.
Well, first impressions are often quite accurate.
Sure are. As a matter of fact, my granddaughter saw something in that kid right off the bat. She saw a bright, young, eager kid with a great future. You see, you and I think we've been looking at where she came from and not where she's going.
So, what are you suggesting, Mr. Witherspoon? That a student be allowed to cheat on something as important as a scholarship exam?
Not on your life, sir. I think any kid that cheats on an exam ought to be punished. But I do think the punishment ought to fit the crime. You know what I mean? I don't think it ought to cancel out their future. I think it ought to kind of balance on the scales. And, Mr. D'Angelo, I think you're in charge of the scales.
Mr. D'Angelo said he's going to find you another scholarship. And he'll find you a good one.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to take more than a talking to turn his lights around.
Hard work. That scares you. Forget it.
Freeways scare me. Hard work comes natural.
Well, then, I guess you got it whipped.
So, what you decide, sugar? Are we staying or going?
You know, I really don't think it matters, Mama. 'Cause, see, here or there, one way or another, I'm gonna get into medical school. And here or there, one way or another, you're just gonna be you. Drinking a little too much, waiting for good things to happen, just like magic. Like they hardly ever do, Mama.
I'm not sure I can stop drinking all by myself.
That's why it's good there's two of us. See, we can help each other along. Every step of the way.
You know, this isn't that bad. Maybe next week we can let all the dishes pile up again.
David.
No, really. We could let the lawn grow, and maybe a few other things. Then, like, one day we could all pitch in and work really hard, and the other days we could just kick back.
That's a great idea. Then we can also let the trash pile up for a whole week. Of course, we'll have to put it somewhere. We could put it in your room.
Mom.
And then we'll let Arthur go for a walk maybe one day a week. And Mom! He can sleep in your room, too. What a good idea,
Mom.
huh?
Forget that idea, okay? You know, there is a way that we could all have several weeks off.
David, chores are a fact of life. You've got to get that.
Wait, tell us the rest. Okay, say each person takes a week and does all the chores. Then the other people would have that week off. If we did it on a rotating schedule, each person could have 3 weeks off before it was their turn again.
Okay, what about a trial period? Of course, the problem is the water's been off for a while. We got a lot of dirty laundry, a lot of dirty dishes. I don't know who will go first.
David! Wait a minute.
Now, David, you're not going to back out of this, are you?
Well, no, but...
Well, it's a terrific idea. I think you should start.
Yeah, it's your brilliant idea.
Right. That's great.
Mom.
You can start.
Mom.
Sure. Yeah.
Mom.
Come on. Let's go shopping.
Yeah! Mom,
Come on, David. Mom! Don't forget to watch the dog.